だがあと一歩進む力があったらこのライブをプライマルズをぶちのめせるかなら魂ごと持っていけ
Welcome to another video, one that I was waiting to do for a long time. And since you voted with eager participation on my last poll, here are my personal top 10 most badass relic weapons, which are available in the game right now and push the Endwalker relic weapon hype as much as we can. But of course, this could have just been a Dark Knight only list. Or some jobs just have the upper hand in weapon designs by the nature of the weapon they have at their disposal. So please don't let this demotivate you if your main job will not have weapon representation on this list. I could have done 30 or even 40 that look phenomenal, so if you want to see the full picture, check out my Relic showcase videos for all expansions found in the description. And now to the poll. There had been a quite clear trend for the Anima Relic, and even though it might be my personal top 10 list, don't you worry, Anima is well represented, so let us dive into the first candidate. In all honesty, I'm not a big fan of Eureka weapons, which were featured in the Stormblood expansion, and I believe they went a bit overboard with all the particle and glow effects on most weapons. However, there's one exception, the final stage of the Dark Knight weapon, where you definitely have to like the glow and frequent color shift. But if that is the case, and with this design and form of Xiphias, this looks kinda dope. On the next spot, even though this might be an unpopular choice, the Lilith Rod Zeta is my favorite Black Mage weapon. Yes, the Anima Relic Kaladanda Lux is also cool, but I just don't like the form of it too much. And the dark purple circle waves and edgy design of Lilith Rod is just amazing. It fits well into the Black Mage color design and still evokes the absolute caster vibe. For a more simplistic version with a very nice thorn effect crawling down the stuff, I could also recommend the final Shadowbringers stage, but the moon symbol just doesn't fit the Black Mage that much. Except for those mages simping for Renna and Renala. Following up with a Dreizack, or because it's a German word, let's give it the proper announcement, the Dreizack Recollection, which is the second stage of the Shadowbringers relic for the Dragoon and is one of the easy choices to obtain, basically because of how fast you can get to this stage of the Shadowbringers relic. Just check out the guide in the description to learn about the details. However, talking about the aesthetics, I really like how many spiraling elements are used here. Especially as this fits very nicely to the Dragoon's edginess and evokes the feeling of power leading to one single point of the spear, which is where the player pushes its strength and agility into the full thrust to land fearsome Nastrons or other worm attacks. Furthermore, the color scheme is just the most cool looking among many weapons I have seen, making this my number one Dragoon weapon with ease. Okay, next up we got the final stage of the Samurai's Shadowbringers relic weapon, which is a series hated by many, or let's say, some people just felt them to be a letdown compared to relic weapons of previous expansions. However, I feel like this one is a really good exception, and even though it might reach into the department of great swords and away from the usual katana, it is indeed a phenomenal color design and I really like the glow it emits. Among all the Samurai relic weapons, which are basically just the Stormblood and Shadowbringers ones, this is my absolute favorite because of how clean the color and glow design look, especially compared to the Stormblood one. Just note that getting to this stage is a hell of a grind and takes a lot of effort and time spent in Bozja and Zadnor, but at least you can level alts while doing so. Did I say my favorite Dragoon weapon on the Dreizack Recollection? I meant second favorite, or at least this one here is so unique and well designed, featuring the Ariadba Lux, or the normal non-Lux version, which simply puts a cherry on top of all the weapon designs for a Dragoon. But the cherry here is a dragon, so what else do we need to say about that? Just get it done, because the Anima relic is the easiest relic when you want to reach the final stage and haven't started at all. Just make sure to use your overloads of Tomestones of Poetics in advance to reduce the time spent on it significantly. Yes, the exact video about this can be found in the description as well. The number 5 being Sasuke's Blade Zeta, which is the most freaking awesome ninja weapon in this game. Not only that these ninja blades are freaking large, the glow and color they are vibing simply yells killer and assassin into the distance. I mean, this bloody look combined with the target-like circles on the shaft of it tell that there's no joking with a ninja wearing these. Basically, the only downside here is that large knives don't fit well into some skills and moves the ninja uses, but that is definitely not a problem, as you're looking at these blades all the times anyways. Which directly brings us to the number 4 spot. I mean, all those people giving comments like, hey, warrior's fine, but I just cannot find cool weapon glams for it. This great axe certainly is, and if I would have the time and energy to run through this Zodiac questline again, call me in, guys. Maybe I will do it, just for having this axe for PvP, because in all honesty, no other axe can come anywhere close to this one. Just take a closer look at this doubling effect and you will certainly agree that this looks badass. Oh, and we certainly have a similar color scheme to the ninja weapon before, and red plus black are always a perfect combination. And if you're playing on an OLED TV or monitor, I guess this axe looks next level, even though it actually is a weapon from the first ever Relic series. Therefore, I am baffled with its details, the glow, the blood veins on the inner side of the edges, and this devilish demon figure holding both sides together. Well, chapeau Square. The person responsible for this weapon should be featured on the Endwalker relics as well. Okay, we're getting closer to the finish line and the pole position. So you could have guessed it from the many thumbnails and glams I used in the past. No relic list without the gorgeous Mimesis Lux or Mimesis that are simply the best summoner book, full stop. I mean, there are Bahamut wings on the back of it that freaking glow the shit out of your enemies. Yes, I may have chosen differently previous to Stormblood, but when we learn to actually summon Bahamut, there's no way around this weapon, which is also part of the Heavensward relic, so a very forgiving and grateful grinding journey that no summoner should hesitate to spend some time with. Especially as you can always count on the fact that the final stage has 2 different color designs. Yes, one might be extended slightly, but if you don't like the color, you have an alternate option at least, which is a phenomenal fact and something I hope they put back in Endwalker as well. So, let us talk about the second place, which is Excalibur Zeta. Another Realm Reborn weapon that I fell in love with on the first second I saw it in a showcase video. Not only that this was the simple reason why I grinded through the Realm Reborn relic the first time ever, but it offers some aesthetical features I have never seen on any other weapon in the game. Because apart from the generic glow, this weapon mixed in the idea of Pachal weapons as well. Because when taking a closer look, the blade itself or the shield end at a certain point, and something like light extends the width of both weapon and shield. But yes, the circle around the shaft and the extended holy glow still make this my go-to pally weapon, and I'm glad that I have chosen this masterpiece on my first Zodiac relic journey. However, there is indeed a very close choice, which is the final stage of the Heavensward Paladin Shield and Sword, because they simply burn with the cleansing flames of purification, in either bluish or reddish tint, so a very close second best weapon indeed, and something you should favor over the Excalibur when your time to play this game is on the shorter side. Alright guys, take a deep breath and remember. Remember which weapon could have been missing. Which is the most unique among all of them? And what do we have to become to get it? Right, Chronos Lux. This damn sword is literally a reason by itself why you should play a Dark Knight. I mean, it doesn't offer the most up-to-date textures and such, but this cross-like glow that extends the epicness of this rune-carved blade is the most badass thing I have ever seen in a weapon design. This gives me insane Neon Genesis vibes, and it looks just brutally awesome to swing around with it. Especially as it forms a heavy contrast to mostly black Dark Knight armor, and the red glowing runes on the blade amplify this contrast even further. I would never back to a developer, but please do a remastered high-res version of this weapon after the big graphical update in 7.0, and I will no longer play any other job than a Dark Knight, honestly. But of course, this might differ for all of you guys, so please let me know your top 10 relic weapons in the comment section, and stick around for the series that I plan on doing for each job, including all the weapons of this game and especially how you can get them. So stay tuned and subscribe to this channel if you haven't done so already. Until next time, stay safe, stay healthy, and keep loving Final Fantasy.